Hey, Jason, this is Rod. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I got you. You got me?
All right. Yeah, I got you. Hey, thanks. Just double checking. So I got Grant and Jennifer here. So, all right. Thank you.
Sonia's muting us. She won't let us talk.
Okay. All right. Take care.
Can you hear me?
It's not me, I promise.
Yeah, I got you, Leanna.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, sure, Sonia. What? Okay, we have 2 more minutes.
Are we missing one more?
We got you, Alex, and me, and Leanna, and I think we're waiting on Dan. So yeah, we need one more for quorum.
You counted me twice, Jason. You better start all over.
We'll have enough eventually.
I think I see Dan.
Yep, I see Dan. Looks like
I'm
2.
here.
All right, so we got quorum.
It's here. The main, I think it's
All right, Sonia, I got 3 o'clock. Are we ready? Okay, Sonia, I'm gonna go ahead and start. Do we need to record or anything?
I believe it's being recorded, Mr.
Okay.
Olson, on YouTube. It's actually going live on YouTube, so the recording.
Okay, we'll go and get going. Special meeting of the Board of Trustees of Little Elm ISD will be held September 18th, 2020, beginning at 3 p.m. in the Zeller Center for Learning and Leadership. Due to the health and safety concerns related to COVID-19 coronavirus, this meeting will be conducted by video conference or telephone call. At least a quorum of the board will be participating by video conference or telephone call in accordance with the provisions of section 551.125 or 551.127 of the Texas Government Code that have not been suspended by order of the governor. The special board meeting will be virtual via Zoom. IT will be live streamed on YouTube at television or Little Elm ISD TV. So call to order. Sonia, can you do roll call, please?
yes, sir. I have Mr. Olson, Miss Harding, Mr. Blackwood, and Mr. Flores present.
Thank you. Okay, officially at, let's see what I got on my phone. 3:01 p.m. The board will recess into closed meeting and PL1 as permitted by the Texas Open Meetings Act, Code Subchapter 551.071, 551.072, and 551.074. The board and superintendent will discuss personnel, land, and consultation with the board attorney. So we'll go into closed session now at 3:01.
The board meeting hasn't been called to order yet, has it? Okay.
Yes, you have to go to the closed session link now. They're in closed session. You should have received it from Daniel.
Okay. Well, Melissa didn't know either.
I
You're
can't
muted, Melissa.
hear you.
Sorry, yeah, I'll go to closed. Normally we have to open and then go to closed, but okay.
Since we're on TV, I'm just gonna stay hidden until necessary.
And we are back from close, so Mr. Olson, if you want to, I'm not sure if Mr. Olson is back in yet, but I'll let him make that announcement as soon as he gets back. I thought he was back.
I was gonna say Dennis has a nice picture, so.
Thank you. Airbrush.
All right, me, Leanna, Dan's on his way. All right, we'll give Alex and Melissa one more minute. Oh, whoop, no,
They're
there.
here.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're
We're
here.
We're here.
Sorry, y'all popped up after I scrolled down past you. Okay, so we will go ahead and officially open back into open session at 3:16 p.m. We will go to citizen input, which Ms. Flores, I believe we do have somebody on the line for citizen input, correct? We have
Sure.
Ted Stonoff on the line. Are you there, sir? We may have you may be muted, sir. Ted, are you there?
I just unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you now.
Great, thank you.
Give the floor to you, and you have 3 minutes to do your citizen input, sir. If you'll please
I
state your
appreciate it.
address for us.
Yes, my name is Ted Stonoff. My office address is 5420 LBJ Freeway, Dallas, Texas, 75230. Wanted to thank the board for giving me the opportunity to address it regarding its proposed purchase of lots 17 and 18. In the interest of complete transparency, I did speak with your general counsel approximately an hour and a half ago, and just to go over what he and I had discussed, my client's concern was what plans the school district had at this point in time as to what would be built on that property, the number of acreage that would be required, and what the suggested time frame. And Mr. Eichenbaum advised me that at this point in time, there are no such plans, no concrete plans in terms of what's to be built, when it's going to be built, and how much acreage is to be built. Is that accurate?
This is citizen input, sir. And unfortunately, we're unable to comment at this point in time.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. So that was obviously was our initial concern. Second concern, and to the extent you haven't decided what you're going to build, was how ingress and egress would be accomplished to that property. I know that the western property line is Yacht Club Road. My understanding, that's a 2-lane road at this point in time, with some gullies on both sides of the road. So just wanted to, obviously one of our concerns was if there's been any consideration as to who and how would pay for any improvements to that road, whether or not there'd be any need for taking of other citizens' property in order to widen the road. And if any of that was to be done, whether or not that would be something that the ISD would be responsible for, and or whether or not the city of Oak Point would be responsible for that purchase. And then 3 minutes is coming by quick. The only other thing is my client does share a common boundary line with Lot 18, that eastern boundary line of Lot 18, and he's interested in maintaining the tree line and the ponds and the watershed that flow on that property line. So Mr. Eichenbaum suggested that I let you know that my client would be interested in discussing a possible purchase of 5 to 10 acres, whatever would take care of that buffer line, so to speak, just to give his property a little bit more protection from whatever you may choose to build on Lot 18. So he advised he would get me your real estate counsel's name and number, but we would appreciate an opportunity to discuss with you a possible purchase of some of that land on the eastern property line as an additional buffer to the extent that that the school district does not need all 60 acres that's contained within lots 17 and 18.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for your input. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
We'll now go to action items. Consider approval of purchase of lot 17 and 18, Hunters Ridge Edition, City of Oak Point, County of Denton, known as TBD Yacht Club Road, Oak Point, Texas, consisting of 60 acres. Mr. Reeves? Rod, you may be on mute.
Mr. Olson, can you hear me?
We got you now, sir.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and board members and Superintendent Gallagher. Pursuant to Texas Education Code Section 11.151, the Board of Trustees and also the administration is recommending the adoption of the resolution as written and to authorize the board president and/or superintendent to enter into an agreement and to take all actions necessary to purchase Lot 17 and Lot 18, Hunters Ridge Edition, City of Oak Point, and that the resolution be attached to the minutes of this meeting. And on that note, I'll answer any questions you may have.
Okay. Board, do I have a motion to consider the approval of purchase of lot 17 and 18 Hunters Ridge Edition?
So moved, Dan.
Dan, thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Got a second from Melissa? Or I mean, not Melissa, sorry, Leanna.
Leanna.
Sorry, scrolling over. All those in favor, raise your hand. 3, sorry, I got to scroll over. I'm looking.
Discussion
Are
first.
are we doing questions or discussion first or no?
I thought that's what we had. Oh, that's right. Sorry. We had a motion in a second. Apologize. Got ahead of myself. Yes, discussion. I'm sorry. Do any board members have any questions or concerns?
I don't know if at this time, if Dennis wants to have any comment on just some of the details, or if there is any comment.
Yes, thank you. I'm happy to share that I did share what council mentioned during his 3 minutes, and the board will take that into consideration, and you are correct. There are no current specific plans for the location. That is still to be considered in the near future or distant future, as the case may need to be. That's it.
Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it. Any other board members have questions or concerns, comments?
No.
Let's see. Nope. Okay, now I'll get back to the apologize. All those, we have a
Mr.
motion.
Olson? Mr. Olson, would
Yes.
you please, also, we have to read the resolution, that way I can add it to my minutes.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I got to scroll down to that, don't I? Yes, I have to read the whole, right there, the whole resolution, correct, Ms. Flores?
Correct.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, so resolution of the Board of Trustees of Little Elm Independent School District for purchase of real property. Whereas pursuant to the Texas Education Code, Section 11.151, the Board of Trustees of Little Elm Independent School District is authorized to acquire and hold real and personal property. Whereas the Board of Trustees is currently acquiring real property for the construction of facilities to meet the educational needs of the students residing in the district. Whereas the real property described as Lot 17 and Lot 18, Hunters Ridge Edition, City of Oak Point, County of Denton, known as TBD Yacht Club Road, Oak Point, Texas, and consisting of 60 acres, more or less, the property is necessary for the construction of facilities to meet the educational needs of the students residing in the district. And whereas the district has entered into a real estate sales contract with the owners of the property for purchase of the property by the district contingent on approval by the district's Board of Trustees. Therefore, be it resolved that the findings and recitals in the preamble of this resolution are hereby found to be true and correct and are hereby approved and adopted. 2, that the Board of Trustees of Little Elm Independent School District authorizes and approves the real estate contract for the purchase of the property. 3, that the superintendent and associate superintendent / chief financial officer are each authorized to tender the purchase price of the property and the amount of closing and other costs to the title company for payment to the seller of the property and to execute any other documents necessary to the effect of the purchase. Number 4, that it is hereby found, determined, and declared that a sufficient written notice of the date, time, place, and subject of the meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Little Elm Independent School District at which this resolution was adopted was posted at a place convenient and readily accessible at all times to the general public for the time required by law preceding this meeting as required by Chapter 551 Texas Government Code, and that this meeting has been open to the public as required by law at all times during which the resolution and the subject matter therefore has been discussed, considered, and formally acted upon. The Board of Trustees further ratify, approves, and confirms such written notice and posting thereof. Now, Ms. Flores, that's all I need, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I've read the resolution. We've got a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your hand. And as I scroll over, keep your hand over. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll over, so make sure I see everybody. Sonia, I'm sure it does. I see 5-0, 5-0. All those opposed, raise your hand. None raised, so we have a 5-0 motion. Motion passes.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Thank you, Mr. Reeves. Appreciate your time today. Let me scroll back up. So therefore, we'll go to board president comments. Mr. Montemayor is absent. I have no further comments other than thank you, staff, for your time today. Appreciate your help and cooperation. Any other board members have any comments?
Nope.
I see no from Leanna, no from Melissa, no Dan, and no Alex. All right. So therefore, superintendent comments, Mr. Gallagher.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Olson. Just want to say a thank you to Mr. Stoynoff for calling in and speaking with us today. We appreciate that very much. And also thank you to Mr. Eichelbaum for taking the time to join us. And of course, board members, always appreciate your time and the service you provide the district. So staff, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gallagher. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting now?
So moved.
So I have a motion from Leanna. Do I have a second?
Second.
I got a second from Dan. I saw his hand go up. So I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your hand. All right. So we'll officially adjourn the meeting at 3:28 p.m. Thank you very much. Appreciate everybody. Have a good one.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye, Dennis.